Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. I apologize for my horrible singing voice. So, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, we're gonna talk about sex with trans girls. So, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm an expert, but I have dabbled around. Ew, that sounds so trashy. Anyways, no, I promise you, it's not even like that. But I like to think of myself as a grown woman and an adult, and I feel that I can talk about these kind of things. First off, if you're under 18, don't watch this video. So, I don't know why I'm getting so giddy when talking about this like I'm a little kid, but there's a lot of things you need to know about having sex with a transgendered person. I'm not going to speak about having sex with a trans man because I know nothing about that, and I don't want people throwing rocks at me or something. But I can talk about, oh, this lighting makes my face look misshapen. I promise it's not. But I am going to talk about having sex with a trans woman and what's the right way to go about things. Let's start off from the beginning. For my girls out there, I think it's important, especially number one, tell the guy that you're a trans girl. That might help. So after you have told them and you're at the point where you guys feel that you want to have sex, I think the next important step is to tell them what you like and what you don't like and what won't work for you. I've said this before, you need to stand your ground. You need to I don't want to say not compromise because you should, but if something's going to make you uncomfortable, you should not do it, first of all. I know that I have my specific things that I like to do and certain things that I don't like to do. And if the guy has a problem with that, then there's someone else that would love to spend time with you. Okay, so for me personally, I always tell the guy what I prefer, if you know what I mean. Like, I always say my prefer, but oh, this is gonna get too personal. I feel like I have young people watch me. So when you guys are being intimate, I think the best way is to, once you kind of let them know where your kind of boundaries are, is just to be with that person. Like, I'm not saying full on have sex right away, I'm saying just being intimate. Because I know with me personally, it's different with every guy. I feel more comfortable doing some things with someone that I really like, and I won't feel comfortable doing other things. So what happens, what I find that what works best for me, it's a little fuzzy there. What works best for me is when we are being intimate, and I'm very vocal just in general in life, but I'm the same way. So when I'm with someone and I'm like, oh, don't touch me there, that makes me feel uncomfortable. And then usually they're fine with it. And then sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very tough thing because we do deal with dysphoria and we do deal with not loving our bodies to begin with. Obviously, that's why we're transitioning, right? So it's hard. Like, I don't know. You need to just be vocal and be aware of your body, know what you like. And if you don't know what you like, find someone that you're really comfortable with and you feel that you can be vocal, because you don't want to go into a situation like I did my very first time having sex. I don't know what I was doing. I said that I did. I said that I was experienced and I can, so good. But I was a virgin and it was uncomfortable. And I just wish I had waited. until I found someone that I really liked and I did feel comfortable with. You just need to make sure. And I feel like if you have to ask someone if you're ready to have sex and you're not ready to have sex, how did I just get from having sex with trans women to virginity? But sorry, I'll get back to topic. So with trans women, every girl is different. I know girls that are beautiful and they like to top. And I know girls that only like to bottom. I know girls that are versatile. I know girls that don't mind when you play with them. And girls that do mind if you play with them. It's important just to communicate. That's the number one thing. You have to communicate and find out what each other likes and that kind of thing. Because you're not going to just know. No one's a mind reader, so thank God they're not, because then we'd have problems. So since I've been here, I have been intimate with people. That sounds like a lot. It's only been like one person, but I was on those dating apps trying to find a boyfriend, and I just realized I'm not 100% happy with who I am. Since I've been back here, I've been slacking with working out, and I just have so many goals right now. I want to continue working, get my money up. I just have so many things I want to do right now. So guys and sex right now are on the back burner for me. So I suggest you do, if you have anything like that, if you feel like you're not happy with yourself, then you should wait, because that's the reason. Like when I was intimate, like I wasn't happy, I wasn't comfortable, I wasn't enjoying it because I had so much going on. And that's one of the biggest things is you being comfortable and letting yourself go. Because as trans women, we're so guarded in all aspects of life, especially sex, because some of us can barely even look down there and not want to kill themselves. So it's like, you have to find that right person. You have to be 100% happy to let go and do enjoy it. Like, sex is not a bad thing. It's not. It's part of life. And as humans, we enjoy that kind of thing. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having sex. I don't feel like there's a problem with having multiple partners as long as you're being safe and no one's in harm or anything like that. I don't feel that's wrong. And you're like not in a committed relationship. I feel it's healthy to have sex and to have a sexual appetite and stuff like that. So I don't feel that you should be ashamed of wanting to have sex. So enjoy yourself. So, and if now is not the time, then now is not the time. You shouldn't be forced into having sex. And if a guy that you're talking to and you really like wants to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. Don't. Or if a guy says he loves you. I see this a lot with trans women. They get a boyfriend and they're always posting about him on social media, and then that lasts about a week and then they're not talking anymore. And 9 times out of 10 it's about sex. They want sex or stuff like that. That's why you have to be careful. As trans women, we have to be freaking careful. I personally I'll tell you a story with a guy. So I was talking to this guy. He was in the army. And I literally I didn't even know him that long. But he went to training and I was like, I'll wait for you. So stupid. I was like, I'll wait for you. And he's like, he would. And then we would talk every single day. We would Skype, we would text, we would call for 3 or 4 months. And I swear I loved this guy. I was like, oh, yeah. And then he was cool with me being trans and all this stuff. So I thought I found him. But I never posted on social media because I didn't want to look like a fool if anything were to happen. So he gets back, he picks me up from work, we hang out, we have sex. And the next day, He blocked me on everything. He doesn't answer my calls. And I was upset about it for about 5 minutes because we have to be guarded about that stuff. You have to know that person. And sadly, that's not the first time that's happened to me. Well, not the whole ignoring thing, but once a guy gets what he wants. Because at the end of the day, guys are still guys. Most of them want one thing. I'm not saying all guys are like that. Some guys are super nice and not like that. And those are the guys I love. But it's a toss-up. Not just with trans women, cis women, we go through the same thing. So we just have to be a little bit more on guard because there are those guys that just want us for sex. And with that, the fact that we are trans women. So just be careful. And for the guys that want to have sex with trans women, you shouldn't be ashamed of wanting to have sex with a trans woman because that you like what you like. I'm not saying the guys that fetishize about women. I feel like a guy that just genuinely cares for trans women, not just physically, like just wants to have sex, but a guy that has emotionally and wants to be with the girl, not only her penis. You know what I mean? So if you're a guy that's into trans women, I don't think you should be ashamed about that. I think you should, if you do find a girl that you're interested in, let her know up front, like, hey, I just want to have sex. Some girls might want that, but if you do want that, just be like, don't lead her on and say that you do. Just be upfront about it. And then if you do care for that girl and you want to be in a relationship with her, let her know, and it's just best to be honest. Okay guys, that's my sex talk. It was probably all over the place like I always am. Like all the time. I apologize. Right now it's storming outside my window, but I love my room because it's got good lighting. Hey. Do you guys like my hair? I don't. Anyways, so follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and remember to keep your happiness first.